All right, this is Hollywood back. This time, just doing a bit of a sports show. Been asked a whole bunch of questions, so I'm gonna get to answering them right quick here. Um, Mainly, been asked about a lot of Toronto teams. So first of all, I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. I know it's a couple days before, but we'll get it done. I've got two shows coming up here. I got this one, which should be about 10 minutes, about the Jays, Raps, and Leafs. And then I've got NFL fantasy under the cap, though, so not that hard to do. Sometimes if you know your stuff, but I'm gonna give it a crack. See what you guys think about it. Leave your comments and stuff for me. It'll be awesome. All right, here we go. First question. It's the Jays. What will their lineup be like in 08? Well, I'm led to believe by a couple people I've talked to and a couple other people that the Jays, they're only set in one spot in the lineup. That's the leadoff spot, David Eckstein. They just signed him from St. Louis. He's a World Series MVP, won 2 World Series, one with Anaheim, one with St. Louis. He's speedy, and he doesn't have a lot of offensive pop, but at the same time, he can really move around the bases. From 2 to 9, it's anybody's guess. You think 7, 8, 9 is going to be filled by probably Aaron Hill at 7. You're thinking Reed Johnson at 8 and Zani at 9, or Zani at 8 and Reed Johnson at 9. But from there on, I mean, you look at the 2, you're thinking Lyle Overbay, and then 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got Gloss, you've got Big Frank, you've got Vernon Wells and Alexis Rios, and that's not including we just re-signed Matt Stairs, 2 years, good Canadian boy. And on top of that, we also just picked up Marco Scudero. So there is some spaces, and there's a few things that we can do with the team. Another question was the rotation. The rotation, obviously, Doc is our ace. Halliday's just, when he's on, he's best pitcher in the game. That's pretty blatantly obvious. After that, they're probably looking at like an AJ Burnett, Dustin McGowan, Sean Markham, and then number 5, Jesse Litch right now. Maybe Casey Jansen, something like that. I know they want to give a little bit more time to Jesse Litch to help him develop. He's a good pitcher, got good stuff. Another question is, will they make any more moves? Well, you can pretty much guarantee them. I know that for a fact they're taking a run at Miguel Olivo, formerly of the Florida Marlins, as a backup catcher. He can hit the ball, but the most impressive thing really about Olivo is he's got a 39.3 throwout percentage, which is one of the higher in the league. And if anybody who watched the Jays last year, that was a big concern of the Jays. It seemed like Thigpen or Zani or Fasano, none of them could throw the ball. So, I mean, Olivo would definitely fit the mold for that. Anyways, you also can. They have also stated that they're taking a run at Matt Clement. Matt Clement in 05 was dominating. He was an inning eater with some nasty stuff. We took a run at him when he was a free agent and lost him to Boston, and he spent all last year on the DL trying to rehab his arm. So that's what we can pretty much count on for the Jays next year. If Clement comes back, you can pretty much guarantee him that 5th spot. In the bullpen, obviously, you're probably going to be having Jeremy Accardo setting up BJ with Jansen or a few other guys. Hopefully, Brandon League will be back, so hopefully that'll work, and we can contend with the Bombers and the Bo Sox. Okay, so we're going to move on to the Leafs. Big question, Sundin's future in Toronto. I can't really say right now. I don't know too much. I mean, it's on the cover of Hockey News this month. But, Mats has been in Toronto for so long. He's kind of a fixture in Toronto. like a Johnny Bauer, Daryl Sittler. He's one of the all-time greats. And what might happen is he might be, depending on where we are in the playoff race, you never know. He might be rented out as a rent-a-player, and hopefully we can get some good young picks or get something out of him. And then, actually, that kind of leads into my next question, which is, will Mats be traded, and what's his value? Well, Mats has got a high value now. I'd say higher than like Peter Forsberg's last year, higher than Tkachuk's last year. Mats can still put the puck in the net. He's a proven leader. He's having a great season, so it's supposed to be. He could probably fetch a good price out on the open market in free agency. So I don't see why we couldn't get something decent of value. Another thing about somebody's future in Toronto that's in question is quite obviously Andrew Raycroft, the Razor. Good guy, really nice guy. Kind of got a bum rap here. Toskala doing a great job, but I mean Andy's let's not overlook the fact that he won a lot of games last year and he kept us in a lot of games last year. And he's played well this year, so I mean he could go somewhere and start. There's a lot of teams out there looking for goaltenders right now. LA Kings will give you a Razor for Mike Camilleri, who a lot of you guys don't know out there. Mike Camilleri was a draft pick traded away by the Toronto Maple Leafs for Aki Berg. Where's Aki Berg now? Nowhere. But Mike Camilleri's lighting it up. Once again, another blunder by the Leafs. Another question about the Leafs is John Ferguson Jr. Is he doing his job? Yes and no. Our farm system is shot. We got Justin Pogge, Yuri Taliski, Staffan Cronwall, and that's it. There's nothing else down there for us, guys. Ferguson traded away our future for Toskala and Bell. Bell's got 1 or 2 goals this year. Toskala's playing mediocre. I think he's not playing any better than Raycroft did last year, though. So I really don't think the trade was could have been better. But at the same time, he's brought in guys like he's signed or kept Andropov and kept Pony and signed Stage and Esteen to longer deals and stuff like that. Okay, I've only got about 2 minutes left, so I'll quickly touch up on the Raptors. The Toronto Raptors. I am a faithful Toronto Raptors fan, but it pains me sometimes to watch all the injuries. Already, we're not even a quarter way through the season. Chris Bosh, TJ Ford, who else we got? Garbo's out for the season. Bargnani's been hurt. Rasho was out for 2 weeks. I don't know. NBA, do something, because our players are getting chopped down left, right, and center. We do have the deepest team in the league. That's why we still have a winning record. When you got a guy like Delfino coming off the bench, when in all reality he could be a starter. Capone's a starter. So I think they're fairly happy with the lineup. They might be looking for another a veteran point guard to back up Jose while TJ's out. Speaking of TJ, we don't know how long TJ's going to be out. It was said he was supposed to be out seeing a specialist in New York about his neck. So wish you all the best, TJ. Hopefully you come back soon. We miss you, that's for sure. Jose is playing great. Jose, awesome. But we need TJ. We want him back. We need him back. He's in my opinion, one of the best point guards in the NBA. You put him right up there with CP3 and so on. We need him back to take a run at the Celts anyways. So not many rumors I've heard about the Raptors, and you can pretty much guarantee Colangelo is one to make minor deals at the trade deadline. Picked up Dixon last year. Might be seeing Dixon on his way out this year, but he's a good player, and once again, if he does go anywhere, we wish him all the luck. So signing out from the North, the Great White North. That's the Jays, Leafs, and Raptors for you. Next is going to be my NFL news. All right, thanks a lot, guys.